everyone. Quick question. Did anyone ever actually teach you how money works, like in school? Probably not. You've learned geometry, maybe even how to dissect a frog, but no one explained credit scores or investing or how to avoid drowning in debt. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to master your money without going back to school and tell you about some real world lessons, examples, and clear steps that you can take to help build financial confidence right now. So before we dive in, what's one money skill you wish school had actually taught you? I'm going to break this up in 5 quick lessons for you, and I'll let you be on your way. So let's jump right in. Here's the truth. Schools are designed to prepare you for a job, not to teach you how to manage the paycheck from that job. That's why so many people graduate knowing calculus, but not how compound interest can either make you rich or keep you broke. So there was someone that I saw who posted on Reddit who said that they were 36 figures in student loans and just now learned how interest actually works. That is not uncommon, okay? It is not your fault. So here we are. Lesson number 1 is to control your cash flow. Cash flow is king. You can't master money if you don't know where it's going. So actionable steps that you can take is to track your every expense for 30 days. You can start by using apps such as YNAB or Mint, or even just a simple spreadsheet will work. Look for little leaks like subscriptions, daily takeouts, fees. Build a spending plan, not just a budget. Budgets feel too restrictive, right? But a spending plan, it tells your money where to go. So another real life example is that a woman on TikTok, once she cut her Uber Eats habit, saving over $500 a month became much easier for her. She redirected it into paying her debt. That one shift is shaved years off of her loan payoff. So just pause for a moment. If you had an extra $500 a month, what would you do with it? As you know, please respond to us in the comments and let us know your thoughts with that. Now, the second lesson is the debt management. Not all debt is equal, right? Now, I want to show you this. As you can see on the left, there is meal prepping, and on the right, there is eating out. Quite easy to distinguish between the two on where you would save money. So that's something that you want to think about. But anyway, not all debt is equal. Credit card debts are at 25% interest, which is toxic. A reasonable mortgage is strategic. An action plan is to list all of your debts by balance and interest rates. Use the avalanche method. And what that method is that the highest interest is first. Or you can use the snowball method where you take the smallest balance first. And then automate your payments so that you never miss a due date. There was someone that I came across on Reddit that shared that how they paid off $60,000 in credit cards within 3 years just by doing the snowballing payments and then doing side hustling. Now, although it wasn't easy, once they had that momentum started, it did become addictive to them. So that leads us into the third lesson, which is to build financial defense. You want a financial defense because it wins championships. So before you invest a dime, you need an emergency fund because life will throw you curveballs. Rule of thumb, you want to save 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Even $1,000 in a starter fund makes a massive difference. Why? Because things like this, medical bills, they can sneak up on you. Car repairs can sneak up on and all of this can pull you into a debt spiral. For example, during the pandemic, thousands of people were on Twitter admitting that not having an emergency fund forced them into high interest loans. Those who did, they survived the chaos with far less stress. So this here is just a picture of what it would feel like, you and your family just debt free, just happy, relaxed, no stress, because you were able to follow these rules in order to be able to live comfortably. So now lesson 4, make money work for you. Invest early, invest often. You don't need a finance degree. Okay, you don't. You don't need to day trade either. What you need is just consistency. You can start with index funds or ETFs. Think of the S&P 500. Use tax advantage accounts like 401ks, IRAs, or Roth IRA. Automate your monthly contributions. Even $200 a month grows huge over time. Just real quick, I'll give you another example. There was a guy on Twitter, well, X, who shared that he invested $200 a month starting at 30, and by 60 with average returns, that turned into over $500,000. It was no fancy tricks, just time and consistency. That's all it took. So what's stopping you from investing right now? Let me know. Is it fear? Is it lack of knowledge? Or thinking you don't have enough? Comment that and I'll tackle the top answers in another video. And the last lesson here, lesson number 5, build skills that pay. Increase that income. Cutting costs only goes so far. To master money, you need to expand your earning potential. And the good news is you don't need another degree. There are thousands of free or low-cost resources online. There's YouTube, Coursera, Skillshare, coding boot camps. There was a woman who posted on LinkedIn that said she doubled her income in 2 years by learning digital marketing through a free YouTube tutorial. No master's degree, no college debt. That's the new game. Skills pay the bills, and you can learn them without going to school. So here's the bottom line. Mastering money isn't about a degree. It's about habits, defense, and consistency. Track your cash flow, shield toxic debt, build an emergency fund, invest consistently, grow your skills. That's how you master money without setting foot in a classroom again. And tell me in the comments, which of these lessons are you starting today? If you found this helpful, make sure you share this with someone who thinks they're bad with money.